Welcome guys to my Let's Play of Runaway, Dream with the Turtle, where we left off. We have been not found, but been looking for a spy. They haven't found us yet. But we gotta figure out what to do. I know we can potentially whip our way out of this situation from the mouth of the statue to the earring, but we need to distract the guards. I don't know what. I don't really have anything. I'm gonna look in the
Here goes.
eyeball again. Maybe there's something that somebody left behind, like Tarantula or the guards. Oh, actually, radio or walkie-talkie. Oh, you know what we could do? We could contact O'Connor. He kept saying he was using channel 5.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
There we go.
Maybe I can overhear the info I need to escape.
I've gotta hurry and keep those men in black from seeing me.
Or we can overhear. I guess that's another option too. But I like the O'Connor one, because he was really using that radio quite a bit.
I think that wheel-like thing next to the antenna is used to change the channel. Unless it's a walkie canteen, which I've also seen on the market.
Okay, well let's...
The battery isn't fully charged, but hey, at least it's not dead.
Okay, never mind. We can't use it like I planned. But let's see. Maybe I'm supposed to use it over here?
All this waiting is making me nervous. I need to kill someone already.
Calm down, doll. He'll come out.
Okay, well let's...
He
yeah.
ain't here, my lady.
That won't do any good.
Okay.
Did you hear me,
That won't
you
do it.
infiltrator? You're surrounded.
That won't... I don't get...
I need to
That
kill
makes no-
someone already.
That does... That won't...
Okay, well I have the walkie-talkie. Why can't I use it myself? Or... Unless it's just click and... This? No, clearly not. Maybe I'm supposed to do the whole whip thing?
You hear me, boy? If you come out
You're such a...
now, the order was
Yes,
not to look
that's
for
great.
him. It's to
I
find
don't get
him.
it. Not a bad idea. Hey,
When I'm
wait.
There we
through
go.
with him,
If I
his own
remember
mother
right,
won't
O'Connor
recognize
said he would be on channel 5. If I call him on the walkie-talkie and get him confused enough, maybe he could do the distracting. It's a little convoluted, but it can't hurt to try.
Okay, so I was correct in the distraction shenanigans. Thank goodness.
O'Connor, do you copy?
Gosh, Caddy, you are one royal pain.
Soldier O'Connor, it's me, Colonel Basco, your intelligence service examiner.
Oh, sorry, sir. I thought you were a moron.
Whatever. I just wanted to say you've passed all of the test stages satisfactorily, except the most important one.
Oh, man, I meant this moron friend of mine, sir.
Just listen. You are to enter into the ruins screaming, "My colonel, Professor Pignon, has run off toward the lake."
I'll hop to it, my colonel.
Run, soldier, run!
Where in tarnation's he gone?
Calm down, Nathan. He'll turn up sooner or later.
Pignon has run to the lake, my colonel.
Follow me.
Down we go.
Wait, I heard something.
Come on, come on, come on! Run, Joshua!
Hey, what's the big rush?
Joshua! Hold on tight! Stop! So where does Simon live?
Alaska!
Alaska?
They're getting away, my lady. I'm real sorry.
You won't be for long.
Brian, if anyone else were telling me this, I'd never believe it.
Me neither, Sushi. The whole part about the amoeba is astounding.
No, I was talking about Joshua. How could he be such a klutz?
Sometime I'll tell you about the mess he made in our room.
In your room?
Yeah, when we left Mala, we passed by the hut I'd rented with Gina. I didn't have a cent on me since the plane crash, and I needed to pick up some money and clothes for the trip to Alaska.
By plane again, I suppose?
Only as far as Anchorage. Then we hopped on a train to Fairbanks, and after that a bus to Sicily, where this nice man offered to take us as close to our final destination as he could on his snowplow.
And you finally met Professor Simon.
We still had to walk a ways through a snowy no-man's land, but that wasn't our final challenge. Even worse was that Joshua was starving. His voracious appetite almost put an end to our little adventure. We were looking at the doors of Simon's house when...
I'm famished.
We're almost there. Professor Simon will give us something to eat. Thank goodness we made it. The sun's going down.
These berries look delicious.
Who is it?
Hello, my name's Brian Basco. I need to speak with Professor Simon.
The man who knows does not speak.
What? Excuse me, are you James Simon? Please, listen. I have a very important message for you.
Not interested.
Hey, I think I forgot to mention you have to say a password before I let you in.
A password? Of course you didn't say anything. Let's see. What could that darn password be? And quit eating those berries. They could be poisonous. Hey, leave that alone. And tell me the password once and for all.
You see, Professor Simon will say who knows what about the man who knows. And you have to answer him. Yes, you must tell him. Oh dear, I'm feeling dizzy.
I knew those berries would make you feel sick. Come on, just make a bit of an effort to remember the password and you'll be able to recover inside the professor's house.
I believe it was something like... Oh no, I'm sorry. I can't remember.
It's all right, calm down. When we were coming up here, I saw a shelter by a lake. We'll go up there, and I'm sure you'll remember that password after a bit of rest. Come on, I'll help you. Joshua, the fire is already lit. You rest and try to get over this as fast as possible. You've got to remember that darn password. Maybe you should try to do something about this. Who knows how long it'll take Joshua to recover. If I insist, maybe Professor Simon will let me into his house. By the way, when we were walking down to the shelter, we saw a pretty strange guy. He was wearing this humongous fur coat and taking pictures or something.
Okay, well, we're in Alaska. Screw Gina. We just left her on a tropical island to go to Alaska. Why not? Okay, let's look around the cabin.
It looks like the ideal log. Not too wet and not too dry.
Okay, let's take that. And the sound
I'll
effects are
take
getting
one
annoying.
piece of firewood. Oh, it weighs so much I can't imagine taking them all.
Okay.
Brooks was here. That reminds me of a movie I just loved. Actually, I'm zonked. But I can't. I need that password first. Then I can get some Z's. Brooks was... That reminds... That
It's the garment Joshua wears as a coat. I'm not in the mood for a costume party, thanks.
That sound effect with him beating his head's kind of annoying.
One of them might have a solution to all my problems. Back in my dark period, I would have loved this 19th century French lit, but fortunately I got over all that. There's some hot titles here, but this is no time to play the bookworm. I'll leave them right where they are. With that pile of firewood I stuck in, it should keep burning for ages. Not necessary. The fire's burning quite nicely. Cool item. Granny used to have one just like it. Okay, if there's any oil inside, I might be able to use it. Looks like it's not full, but there's a little bit inside. I'll take it.
I just noticed he has a phone.
It's the latest in cell phone technology, but unfortunately nobody provides any service for it yet. I grabbed it when I dropped by my house just in case I needed some cash.
Okay, well, let's see if there's any oil.
It's always a good idea to have some oil on hand.
I guess there's oil in there.
Looks like a nice red. California wine from an excellent vineyard. No, I bet between the moisture and the time it's been sitting here, it's turned to vinegar. Let's see. There's something in the bottom that must have been coffee with cream at some point, but now it looks more like a kid's science project. I'd rather not take the risk. Who knows? It could blow up at any moment. That might be handy once the sun is set.
Can we take it now?
No, I'll wait until there is an array of sunlight before I get that.
Okay.
What a weird table. The legs must have broken and someone replaced them with a barrel. I'd prefer not to. If I try, it might come crashing down. I just see a few old bottles in the glass compartment at the top. All the others look empty. Nah, they're ancient and grimy. The corks would probably disintegrate, and I couldn't open them right. I just see a few old bottles in the glass compartment. All the others look empty. All the others.
So we can't look at all that stuff. Yeah, bucket, why not?
Maybe it contains something interesting. Ugh, I'd rather not tell you what's inside. No, the thought alone makes me retch.
Okay, well we should go talk to our lovely friend.
He doesn't look like he's improving. In fact, I'd say he's taken a turn for the worse. He is like totally out of it. I'll have to find some way to make him come to. Maybe a good slap would do the trick.
We'll see.
Joshua, wake up!
No, Mommy. Please let me sleep 5 more minutes, please. I was dreaming I was a super friend, and I was eating berries in the mountains of Alaska with Dorothy and Toto. It was so beautiful.
You have to remember that password, Joshua.
But I already told you the password. And I know it was the right one because Auntie M said so. You have to let me in. Plus, that treehouse is mine. And if you put your dirty mitts on my Space 1999 trading cards, you'll feel my wrath.
Man, your zipper's open. I can see your Woody.
Daddy, no. I didn't kill little Woody. I swear. He flew into the path of my self-propelled intergalactic rocket on purpose. To break it. That woodpecker hated me, Daddy. The other day, he started pecking away while I tried to study for my math test. Now he screwed up my science project. I hope he's happy now, cause he did. I'm going to flunk science for the first time in kindergarten.
That's just random. Okay, I'm gonna ignore that I clicked that and that ever happened.
Joshua, it's me, Brian, your friend.
Nice to meet you, Brian. I bet you don't know what that name means. Well, I don't have a clue either. By the way, my name is Joshua, which means liberation. Boggles the mind, huh? You don't know how much love I feel inside.
Trantor's been destroyed by a huge meteor.
No! Say it isn't true!
Yeah, and the berries contain trantonite, which took away your superpowers.
Brian, what you are saying is scientifically impossible. So stop making things up. While I am flattered that you think I have superpowers, you must be wrong. My superior smarts weren't created by any supernatural device. They're just due to the bubbling mix of supercharged genes that gave me an extra large brain. Now, I won't deny that Trantor has sublimated my ripped mental muscles, but I've been a genius since I was a kid. Pretty cool stuff, huh? You know I built a rocket that pierced through the Earth's stratosphere when I was only 8? Well, it would have anyway, if it hadn't been for that fine feathered kamikaze. Stupid air rat.
Okay.
Sorry, Joshua, I was just kidding. Actually, the government expropriated it and demolished it to build an intergalactic freeway.
Oh, the cruelty, Brian. That is not funny.
Okay, so I was lying. The truth is that Trantor was chosen worst stressed planet of the millennium, but I didn't know how to tell you.
But where do those 2-bit critics get their taste? For your information, Trantor has been exporting its stylish garments to hundreds of planets, including Earth. Who do you think designed Boney M's outfits anyway? And what about the Power Rangers? The human species would still be wearing loincloths if it weren't for Trantorian designers, I'm telling ya.
Of course not, homie. You take it easy and we'll chat later on.
Okay, but cut it out with the scary stories. You're creeping me out.
Okay. Well, we're gonna piss off and get out.
I guess it's for the best.
Yeah.
I'll attempt to go find help to get us out of this crazy mess.
Yeah, let's leave him be. I see gas.
Looks like a gas tank.
Let's take it.
Okay. Too bad. It's empty.
But we can fill it up.
Between this one and the one inside, there's more than enough to keep a good fire going. I've already got one piece of firewood, so unless I plan on taking up woodworking...
See what else you can find.
It's a handmade wooden bench.
I do see the wire and everything, so that's gonna be interesting.
There's no time to sit.
Oh, it's a moose.
That's one of those doohickeys they use to drag heavy things with. The cable is released, then pulled in by a small motor. I think it's called a winch.
Can we...
I doubt it'd work, and I don't see what the purpose would be. She's a beaut. As soon as this mess is over, I'm gonna buy a pickup just like it. I doubt it'll start. Plus, in this condition, there's no way it's gonna budge.
I see an axe, which we can't interact with at all. Let's go get the giant obvious thing.
It's the mascot of a pizzeria. How appropriate for this region.
I guess.
Make me some pizza, Bullwinkle. My stomach's growling.
Okay, so absolutely nothing. Okay. Well, let's see if we can check out other locales.
I'll go see if I can find the guy I saw coming toward here. Hello there, my friend.
Hello.
My name is Brian.
Wazowski. Ben Wazowski.
Pleased to meet you, Ben. I couldn't stop to say hi before because I had to take my friend to that shelter down there.
Yeah, I saw you two. What? So you needed to warm up a bit and you went overboard on the whiskey, huh?
No, not at all. He was fine until he ate some berries from a shrub.
Some big red juicy berries that look like cherries?
Yeah, those are the ones.
Don't say another word. I bet he's dizzy, has muscle aches, a hallucination, short-term memory loss.
Exactly. How did you know?
I've been observing the behavior of bears for years, and I see how they react when they ingest those berries, which they love, by the way. I myself have tried them on occasion for experimental purposes. The effects take several days to pass, unless...
Unless what?
Salmon.
Salmon?
Yes, salmon. Eating salmon practically counteracts all the effects of those berries. I myself have experienced it.
Well, that's good news. So I just have to get my friend to eat some salmon and he'll go back to normal?
Yep, that's it. Well, but there's a little detail you have to know.
What?
The salmon will only work if he eats it raw. In my earliest experiments, I tried cooking one over a fire with some W ketchup as a condiment and freedom fries as a side dish, but it was no good. Tasted fantastic, but it wouldn't counteract the effects of those berries. At first, I thought there was some difference between humans and bears' digestive systems, but then I got the idea to eat it raw, like a bear.
And what happened?
It was completely different. It tasted much better on the grill.
I meant about the effect of the berries.
Oh yeah, they completely disappeared.
Listen, Ben.
What's on your mind?
Okay, so we know we need to get salmon, so we're going to do a little bit of fishing. So let's talk to this bear expert, words, and see where we end up.
Impressive costume.
Well, it isn't exactly a costume. It's actually a bear suit, but I haven't finished it.
Well, like I was saying, a bear costume.
I don't like you calling it that. Makes it sound like it's not serious. Costume sounds like it's for a party, and these are my work clothes. Actually, it has more in common with a camouflaged uniform, more than a mere bear suit.
Yeah, now that you mention it, you're right. But the only bears with glasses that I can remember were in a fairy tale book.
No siree, I wear them because I'm as blind as a bat. Plus, the bear suit is incomplete. I asked the guy from the pizzeria in Sicily, the closest city to here, to order it from the same website he bought his moose suit at, but they sent it without the head. And so I asked myself, what is a bear without a head?
I don't know. The extra part of a hunting trophy?
No, my friend. A bear suit is the same as certain death. If I make my way into the pack looking like this, the bears will say, "That one there, he isn't one of us." And whammy, they'll pounce on me, rip my head off with a paws. So I have to postpone my plans until they send me the missing head.
Okay. We may have to get him a head of a bear.
So, how did you get into bears?
I used to play ice hockey on a pro team. You know, we go on a tour throughout Asia every summer. But one day, after a big fight, that left me in a daze. I got sick of it all. I escaped from the hospital, went home, started surfing channels, and without realizing it, I watched a whole movie about a bear that danced with bananas on its head. Afterward, they put on a French movie about an orphan bear. I cried my eyes out. Then, I took a walk to get some fresh air, and I ran right into a billboard that showed a polar bear enjoying a soft drink. I got thirsty, so I tried to go into a coffee shop, but some doormen came out in these strange leather outfits, and they said, "Out of here, man. This place is for bears only." What a world, huh? 2 hours later, I grabbed my suitcases, hopped on a plane, and came to Alaska in search of my destiny.
Okay.
So, have you been living here for very long?
Pal, it's been a few good years, but I couldn't tell you how many. Somewhere I have that deed from when I bought the house from the ranger. Maybe it has the date if you're that interested.
Not really, but...
Seems like a nice place to live, as long as you like being alone.
Lonely, you say. No, amigo, no. Bears are unbeatable companions. Much better than most people. Then there's Satch, who brings me pizza once in a while, and we play Parcheesi together. Plus, some folks just randomly show up, like you today. Have you seen that little plaque I have in my room? Some Spanish fisherman who passed through less than a year ago gave me that.
Okay.
So, even though you have your work with the bears, don't you ever get bored?
Idleness is the tool of the devil, Brian, and I don't have time for him. The few free moments I have for myself, I spend drinking some beer from my keg or playing the guitar for a spell. Since I know nothing about music, I have a great time making funky noises.
About what you said regarding your costume.
It's a bear suit, Brian. A bear suit.
Those claws on that backpack look pretty realistic.
Ah, but the claws are the most important part of the bear. They are used for defense and for fishing salmon during the season when they swim upstream. Well, that's what my book says anyway. I want to prove a revolutionary theory, though. What is that theory, you ask? Well, sorry, but I can't tell you. You look like a nice guy, but who knows if you'll go sell the story to National Geographic afterward. Nope, my friend, I'm sorry, but I can't.
Okay, we got a lot of dialogue to go through. With this lovely man and his I can't say fascination. There we go, I said it. Of the bears. So let's let's go through this. I believe in myself.
Could you repeat what you said about bears fishing with their claws, please?
Well, my friend, that's the simplest thing in the world. First, they look for a hole in the ice, or they make one themselves. Then, they wait for a salmon to swim by, and bam! They dip in those claws and tear one out of the water. I've tried it a couple of times, but I'm just not talented at it. I'm more into fishing with a pole.
Okay.
Could you show me how to fish like a bear?
I'd be delighted to, but I'm way too busy. Plus, I only understand it on a theoretical level, like I said. Practice makes perfect, they say, but my schedule is full.
What time of year do the salmon swim back upstream?
Oh, it lasts almost half the year, from mid-spring to well into the fall, so the river is teeming with them now. But be careful with that ice, 'cause it can crack. And some careless bears have ended up at the bottom of the river.
I hope you can prove your theory as soon as possible.
Well, I'm on the verge. Everyone believes bears scratch their backs against trees because they itch. But it isn't true. Look, we humans didn't discover the properties of birch sap until 20 years ago, and they've known for centuries. And that's as far as I can read.
Could I borrow a fishing pole?
I could if I had one. But the last time I went fishing, I accidentally pricked a cub in his private parts with a fishhook. I don't think it did him much harm, but boy was he mad. He chased after me till he wore out. We ran in circles for hours around Professor Simon's house. When I got back to the river, my fishing pole was gone. I never saw it again.
What really shocks me is your bear costume.
There you go again. Didn't I tell you it isn't a costume?
Okay.
What will you do when you finish making the bear suit?
What am I gonna do? Infiltrate the group and demonstrate my theory about... No, I better not tell you. Anyway, I'll be joining the den of bears, and they'll think I'm one of them. Will the suit be good enough, you're asking? Well, no. But I can pass it off if I put some bear essence perfume on first. I make it myself.
Bear essence? Don't tell me you liquefy bears to make perfume.
No, pal. I make the essences using bear droppings. I won't be so rude as to explain all of their bodily fluids, hairs, and the solid waste they produce. But I will tell you, I need gloves and my hockey mask to gather it all up.
How many kinds of bear essences do you have?
I have essences of newborn cub, she-bear in heat, Republican bear, ferocious bear, Buddhist bear, myopic bear, honey-loving bear, papa bear, the bear by the strawberry tree, an ant-eating bear, a bear with a gastric disorder, oh no, sorry, I drank that one on accident, intellectual bear, and who knows how many more.
More than the essences? What I like is your costume.
But will you never learn to call my suit by its proper name?
I have nothing against bears, Ben, but your lecture about them was a little over my head.
No, man, don't you worry. We all have our little flaws.
Do you know Professor Simon?
The guy in the big house up there? Not very well. I've seen him hiking around from time to time, and once in a while I walk by his house, but we haven't chit-chatted much. I think he's kind of a loner.
Oh my god, all the dialogue. I'm gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going.
By the way, you wouldn't happen to know the password to get into Professor Simon's house, would you?
Password? What I usually say is... Hey, Chow, I've come for my weekly package. Then I go in, grab the package of bear food the cook makes me, and hasta la vista. You may be asking yourself now, sure, it's for the bears and not for good old Ben himself? Well, it is. It's for the bears, and I can't believe you think that of me.
Could you tell me if there's more than one door leading into his house?
I can assure you it's not true. The wall goes around the perimeter of the house, and the only gate is the one by the intercom. I'm telling you, I went all the way around it with a mad bear in hot pursuit. Behind me.
You think they'd open up if I pretended I was you?
Since there's a camera as well as the intercom, and it wouldn't be good enough just to say you're me, I get the idea you're asking yourself. Will Ben lend me his bear suit so I can pass for him? Well, let me make things clear. The bear suit is sacred, and I don't lend it to anyone for anything in the world.
I think I can sneak into the house if I hide while you talk on the intercom.
You had a stroke of bad luck. I only get in thanks to the cook, but I saw him heading for Sicily this morning, like he always does on his day off. And he won't be back until at least tomorrow morning.
Getting back to what I was saying.
Yes.
Okay. Do I want to go back to the topic? We'll see if we covered everything.
Back to the topic of those berries and the salmon.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okie dokie. If you don't see me around here, it's because I'm at home. You'll recognize the house. It's a typical ranger's cabin, raised several yards off the ground. Come by whenever you want. That way, you can try my homemade beer.
Thanks, Ben. See you around.
Okay.
Holy pickles. Okay, I am gonna end the episode here, guys, because that was a lot of dialogue. So yeah, we'll have our misadventures in Alaska now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying the series so far. As usual, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, check out my other videos, all that fun stuff. And with that, you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!